I wanted to read some newer stuff, and people keep asking me why I'm leaving, and they're right to ask. What about the weather? And I think like as much as I have like these really concrete answers, like I'm like, oh, I got it, don't worry. Like I just like respond really quickly, and they never feel quite right. And the truth is, I got into this car accident. It was a truck bus accident. There's a truck and a bus involved. And this is that poem. I'll read a few poems. My supervisor asked me, then what are you still doing here? As I thought, there was this ocean, a sea of sparkle rising against my head and rushing against my open pupils. Glass don't feel so bad when you're dodging a bus accident. When I fell out of the passenger door, its mirror fell out with me. As I held it, it was a portrait of myself. As if I'd made this image falling apart, alone, blocking the sky with my worry. As the blood began to fall past my eyelids, a woman said, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "I don't know either. And I'm still here. And can you take me home?" And she said, "Where?" So this poem's about poop. The same man poops in front of my neighbor's house every morning. No one knows who keeps doing it or why, except for me. The first time I saw him do it, I was on my way home from school after football practice. I just realized that no one put up any Halloween decorations in 3 years. A neighbor came and asked me if I knew who was doing it without realizing he was doing it behind them. When he saw us, he pulled up his pants and started to run until he realized that I'd already seen him, that I wasn't going to tell anyone, that he was safe. For a second, he smiled at me before casually walking away. It wasn't that he pooped there. I mean, dogs poop there all the time. It was that it was so strategic. Why would this dog poop under my second to last stair? Did this dog poop on the porch too? How many dogs are there? How many poops? Months went by, and they had all these unanswered questions. Finally, one day I saw him doing it again. I got a much better look at him this time. He was a short, scruffy man with a gray beard, almost familiar. Like I'd seen him before. Like he belonged there. When the police showed up, I imagined the police station was empty. As if there had been some great tragedy, some great theft, some serious need for all force. A man? Why was a man pooping all over my house? I thought it funny that no one remembered who that man was. How every Halloween, his yard turned into the biggest spectacle in our neighborhood, only to be forgotten so quickly. No one remembered how his misfortune made way for all these new neighbors. It all happened so fast. It left him without a house to decorate. I wonder what they charged him with. Poop? Trespassing? Coming home? So I write poems about poop and coming home. It's very important to me. I really don't know why that's literally been all these poems I've written within the past like month or so. I guess that's ridiculous. I don't know. Anyway, do you guys have a preference to sad or funny?
Funny.
You can't say one and then like a wave of the other comes back. That's not cool. I did this poem at Literary Deathmatch, and it's fun to do, and it's about one of my friends from home. His name is Kiwan. Yeah. I hope you like it. Every day in high school, Kiwan would scoop dunk as many people as he could find. I've seen him scoop dunk 3 teachers, 1 principal, and every student between freshman and senior year. A scoop dunk is the act of lifting one's breast, only to slap it down again, sending the breast human into a fit of rage and shame and embarrassment. The trick to protecting yourself is being aware of everything all the time, forever. I caught him waiting on me behind corners, under bushes, urinals. He got me in movie theaters I didn't know he was in. I used to watch as he reached past newcomers' vulnerable handshakes and into the unsuspecting crescent of underbreast like a blade in a night. Scoop dunk! Scoop dunk! Scoop dunk like did he have an ass scoop dunk? I hated him. He did this so often we got used to it. So often that we would warn people before they met him. Yo, Kiwan's gonna touch your boobs, you gotta punch him in the face, he'll leave you alone. I do it for you, but he'll find you eventually, and I can't go anywhere with you. Kiwan got punched in the face a lot too. Like a lot of variety in punch. Like you have to understand, he's done this his whole goddamn life. After a while, he got so good at touching boobs and dodging punches, he had to start looking like a Shaolin monk. He got arrested, and he scoop dunked his way in and out of Cook County Correctional's facility. He managed to come out prison swole like Debo from Friday. No one could stop him. Life wasn't worth the journey unless we knew the weight and flop of your growing vulnerable rage. That is until Kiwan got stabbed. He accepted the blade before he knew who he was fighting. My friends fell with him, leaning into the concrete like redwoods falling through the moonlight. Cut down in the very same park we were born next to. The doctors said they just missed a lung. The way the knife moved through his skin, it's a wonder no one died that night. That Kiwan's biggest issue was the nerve damage. How his nipples were super sensitive. Extremely sensitive nipples. I've said all this so you understand where I'm coming from. When I tell you the first time I saw him after he'd left the hospital, he begged me for forgiveness, for mercy. When his hand reached towards mine, a truce, I had no choice but to reach past him. I pulled each and every stitch free from his throbbing breast wound. I lifted his battered boobies so quickly I heard the wind whisper through his heart like trees singing in a storm. Scoop down! Scoop down! Scoop! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, he said. Thank you.
Tim Toaster Henderson!